And welcome back to the channel. My name's Orlando, and today we're going to be putting up the 6x6 post. And I'm going to be showing how I did the post based. Once again, I'm at it with my Craftsman drill to make the holes in the concrete. I'm just going 5.5 inches down to put the anchor in. The concrete platform that I made here, I made them 8.5 inches deep because they're going to be holding up 4 6x6 posts for the end of the pavilion. So I made it that deep so it could hold it pretty good. Here I'm just bringing out the drill a couple times, clear out any extra dust that I could bring up without using the air that I'm about to use. But if you pay attention, I got 3 pieces of 2x4s right there. That's so I could separate the distance of the bases, because on this platform right here I'm going to have 4 6x6s sitting on this platform, so I want them spaced out enough, because you're going to see it when I build the rest of the building, where the 3 2x4s come in handy. Here I just blew out the dust from the hole with a little mini air can I had around, since it was late in the afternoon after work. I didn't want to bring out all the tools. Here I'm just lining up the base, post base that I bought from Lowe's, which, you know, they're stronger than I thought. They looked flimsy at first when I was at the store. I was like, I'm gonna have to build something, but they're pretty sturdy, you know. And here you can see where I lined up the shed building, and I made the platforms for the post, because the rest of the underneath the pavilion is going to be pavers once I'm done. Here I'm just hammering down the anchor so I could lock it in. And here you're going to see that I made a mistake, and I'm not going to edit the mistakes because I want people to see the mistakes I made, and hopefully it helps you not to make them. I'm tightening down the nut, right? And you see the base, you know, I'm thinking, you know, okay, tighten down the nut. I only have that washer right there. But long story short is that it required another metal square nut that I'm about to show you guys, that comes with a package that I didn't realize it was underneath the paper of the package. You know, once I started bolting it down, then I realized it. Here I'm just making sure I got it lined up to where I have it marked on the concrete, and I start tightening it down. And like I said, once again, you're gonna realize I didn't realize it until I tightened it down real good, and I went to move the package out of my way. I'm like, what the heck? What is this? You know, hey, first time using it, but I realized that there was a square washer, and I'm going to show you here in this picture right here what square washer I'm talking about. Here it is, marked right there with a red mark. Had to go in there, and I realized it, and then I fixed it afterwards. Here I'm just getting ready to carry the post over, and I had pre-stained them the day before. I don't know, maybe 2 days before in the garage, because it was raining and stuff, and it just slips right in and stuff. This is some stain that I got from Lowe's that they had it on clearance, and surprisingly we liked the stain on it, and I went back and got more of the cans so I could, you know, pre-stain everything I could before I start putting it up. But here I'm just lining up the 6x6, making sure it's all good. As you can see, it just stays there by itself. You know, that's how tight that post base stays on it, and obviously it helps that it's leveled. The platform's leveled. Here I'm just checking the level on it, and I'm about to put a 1x2 strip on the side of it to hold up, make sure it's leveled, so I could run a string across to the other side, so when I put down the other base, they're squared. Here I'm just making sure it's leveled, so I could screw in the support that's just gonna hold it for a little bit until I put the beams up. And at the same time, I screwed it in the base, and I thought I had videoed it, but here goes the screw that I use. Is from Simpson Ties. It's 3.5 inches long. I used to screw the post to the base. Here's the next day. I'm just putting up the post. Didn't show how to do the base this time, but this is the next day. I think it was like almost 8 o'clock at night. I'm doing this just to, so I could move little by little. And then I'm there with my helper that runs off with my tools and stuff if I lay them down. But here I'm just putting the 6x6 down, which they are heavy. If you're able to get somebody to help you, if you're willing to do a project like this, get somebody to help you. But, sometimes you just gotta do it by yourself. Here I'm just putting the base in, just kicking it in, lining it up, making sure everything's lined up. And of course the metal plate at the bottom moved, and on this one I did have the extra washer in it. I already knew to start looking for the washers because they're underneath the paper, the instructions sort of paper in the package. And I'm just drilling and just about to put the support, and that was it for this day too. But thank you for watching. I hope I helped somebody with their next project. With my errors, you can move on. Catch you next time.